Hi guys, welcome to this week's video. If you're new here, my name is Shay and this week's video is going to be a to-do list type vlog. We're going to try and tick off as many of those little odd jobs that I need to get done, and hopefully I can get done within the next week. Darling, oh darling, stay a while. So I have started some of these tasks because I don't know if you can tell by the light, but it is getting quite late now and I just randomly got motivated to do stuff at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I am trying to beat the sunset, even though it's starting to rain now, so it's quite cloudy and overcast. But I will show you what I was doing sort of behind the scenes. I have started painting some frames because I do want to finish off my gallery wall. So I need the frames painted so that I can stick them up. And then while I had the paint out, I also did some touch-ups on my feature wall above my bed and on the gallery wall. I use command strips to stick the frames on the wall, and where I've got the black feature wall you can really see the white command strips stick out, so I usually just go and do a quick swipe of paint over those to sort of blend them in. I haven't had any issues with them like coming unstuck or anything. I'm guessing the paint actually kind of glues it more back together when I add that into the strips, but because I'm not taking them on and off the wall, I don't really mind if they're kind of stuck together. So that is something I did while I had the paint out. I will also need to do a couple extra coats, but that's something that I will do tomorrow. And then I also bought a chair for the library. So in the last few videos, I did just buy a chair to go in here. It is a rocking chair and it's really good. I do enjoy it, but to sit in it for a long time is actually very uncomfortable. So I'm going to move that into one of the guest bedrooms. And then when I want to just sit in it for short term, I can just sit in there in that room. But the chair that I got, I'll show you pictures of it. I did buy it secondhand. So what I've done off camera is basically give it a good clean, and I'll show you how dirty it came up as well. But this chair is the ugliest thing you've ever seen. The reason I bought it is because it is basically the perfect size of what I'm looking for. It is very comfortable to sit in, and even though it's secondhand, I did buy it from the op shop. It doesn't have any like nasty odor to it, so I'd say it's been fairly well taken care of. It does smell a bit dusty, but who knows how long it's been sitting in a house or storage without really getting used, and then before it got donated. So I gave it a quick clean over to get the dust sort of off it and any other sort of things that I don't want to know about. I think eventually I will buy a cover for it, but for now I'm thinking I might just try and make something with like a sheet or a blanket or something just to sort of cover the pattern that's on it, and then see what I want to do going forward, because I know you can buy couch and covers, but I don't know if it matters if it's for a specific style or whatever. So that is something I will look into in the future, but I will see if maybe just a sheet or something will go over the top, and then I can just buy like a cheap set or something, or try and find something secondhand, and then it's good because it's washable. So that is something that I have started doing today. Some of the things that I need to do in the upcoming days is including painting. I do want to touch up, there is a spot on the ceiling in here where I did scuff it as we were building the library and putting the shelves in, and then I went to touch it up, the paint, and used the wrong paint. So I used the wall paint instead of the roof paint, and the wall paint does have like a grey tinge to it, even though it does tend to look white, but against white it's definitely very much grey. And then I also want to move some of the picture frames I've got in my guest bedrooms, because when I set them up, I didn't have all the furniture I wanted to put in there. That's something that I've sort of done over time. So I do have to sort of shift some of the pictures over so that they're centered now, because when I moved in, I would only have like one bedside table in each room. So I sort of laid the bedrooms out so it made sense with only the one bedside table. So now I have to go in and just put the frames more in the center, and depending on the hooks that I used. I know they're all the nail hooks. I might just need to use a bit of paint to cover the holes. I might not need to actually fully patch the walls, but I also have started moving things in my bedroom as well. I did have to shift a couple of the frames across. So I did patch up the walls because I think they were almost where they were originally, and then I've moved them and then moved them again. So I have got some patching done in there, but because of the size of these frames, I definitely will need to use some drywall to, some compound to fix up the holes, and then I'll sand it down and touch up the paint. So that is the start of what I need to do, and I'm sure there's other things, but we'll go through them as I get those tasks done. So I think I will pick back up tomorrow when there's actual daylight, and we'll give the frames an extra coat of paint, and then we'll start on the other tasks. So I will catch you tomorrow. Guys, it's been a couple of days. Yesterday the weather was absolutely atrocious. I think it's going to start raining later today, but for now the sun's sort of out. I did finish off painting the frames yesterday, and the little couch chair thing that I bought is sitting out in the sun at the moment. So it was dry yesterday, but I thought I'd chuck it out in the sun today also, just sort of like hopefully it can use its natural rays to get rid of any sort of I don't know, not that I think there's germs or anything on there, but just as added precaution, because I also did do a quick spray with some like antibacterial spray. So while that's out in the sun, I've just turned it around so it's like still in the sun. We're going to do a few things to sort of get the space ready, because I'm going to put it in here, which means I need to move the rocking chair that I have, but I also want to put there's like strips that go on the bottom of the rocking chair to sort of stop it from moving on the carpet. So I need to do that. I have a lamp here beside me, which I had in here originally, and I swapped it out because the rocking chair is a little bit tall for the lamp that I had. So I do prefer this lamp, so I think we might swap it back, see if it fits with the chair. And then behind me, I don't know if you can see, but I've pulled out some spare cushions that I had lying around, and a doona cover and pillow set that's just like a grey. It's kind of coming up kind of brown in here, but it's more of a cool grey, to cover the chair and see if that works as a chair cover. We'll see. It's something I already have, so if it works, I don't have to pay to get a proper chair cover, or it'll be good for a temporary fix anyway. But yeah, first though, I did get a package today. I bought some stuff from LSKD, so I thought I'll open it with you guys. I don't know if you're interested, but we shall see. So I bought myself a couple of shorts, pairs of shorts. I wanted to get a couple more. One, because I exercise like 5 days a week, so I just wanted some extra, there's lots of little add-ons in there. I just wanted a couple of extra shorts so that I didn't have to worry about washing in between like sessions during the week, just to make it a little bit easier for myself. And then also I just can't resist when their tops are on sale. So they had one of their tops down from like $100 to I think like 35 or 39, I can't remember. But then I already had points accumulated, so I still got $50 off of everything anyway. So I am a size medium in basically everything in LSKD. The only time I don't wear a medium is when I'm trying to wear something oversized or something like that. So I bought two different types of shorts because I think I have like, I definitely have their rep shorts, but the band has like a inbuilt sort of like elastic strip, which is not my favorite. So I got the Elixir ultra high rise 6-inch shorts with pockets. Pockets are a must for me. So I just got black. So that's just these ones. Pretty basic, but they've got like a new design now, so there's no front seam on them. And then the back of the Elixir ones sort of have like a, I don't know if you can see, but it does like a little V shape on the seam. So hopefully that looks cute. And then the other ones basically look exactly the same, but they're Fusion Ultra High Rise 6-inch shorts with pockets. So I can't remember what I have from there that I liked the feel of, because I don't remember what it was called. But these are basically just similar. They were exactly the same price, same size, similar design. Exactly, you won't really be able to tell much difference, just a little bit different in the stitching. But again, this one doesn't have a front seam, so hopefully that means that there's nothing going on. But yeah, I got all those in a medium, or those two in a medium, and then I bought myself a zip-up jacket. The jackets, I like everything oversized when it comes to a top, usually. So I bought their Stream Oversized Panel Zip hoodie, and I got this one in a large. So usually with their universal, or not universal, their unisex sizes, I can fit anything from an extra small right up to whatever, however big I want it. So this one I got in a large to be oversized, like really oversized, but it's a double zip at the front, so you can zip it from top or bottom, and then it's just panels of grey. Literally that is it, but it looks super comfy. Yeah, so that is the 3 things I bought. I think the top was $39 potentially, 35, 39. I can't quite remember, and they had different colorways because they were down to sort of the last sizing. And I could have got a medium, which would have been like my normal size and still been quite oversized, but I really wanted it to be super, super oversized. So I got the large, but there were still sizes left at the time in like a medium. The smalls were all gone. But yeah, so I'm gonna just quickly chuck these. I really want to try this jacket on actually. I was hoping they'd come yesterday, but obviously they didn't. So I don't know. Does anyone else do this as soon as you get it? Like, I'm just gonna wear this jacket to death now. I should wash it first, honestly, but. Oh yeah. So super, super oversized, but it's so comfy. And then yeah, it's got the bottom zip. I don't know when I would ever, I don't ever do that. Like, I feel like that's for people with more style than me. But this is so comfy. Ooh. Ooh yeah. I love it. I love that it's so oversized. I don't know why. I just really love an oversized top. And I don't even wear it fashionably. Like, I'm not like this type of girl that's like off the shoulder, looking all cute. No, we're like full weirdo mode. All right. Anyway, I need to wash these and pack everything up. And then actually, before I do all the rubbish, because we'll just sort of keep it all together, let's get this chair out of the way. So let's put the strips on. So these are the strips. They just go along the bottom. It's basically like a carpet material that you stick to the bottom, and then we'll move those into the spare bedroom. And the lamp, maybe. Actually, I might bring the couch in first, and then couch, chair, whatever. You know what I mean? I'll bring the chair in first, and then we'll see what fits lamp-wise and go from there. It's so ugly. But she's cute, she's comfy size-wise, and that's all that really matters. So the cushion here, whoop, cushion here. We'll see if the pillowcase fits on that, and then we'll see if I can do something with the doona cover for the couch. Hopefully you can see okay. I have my doona cover here and the pillowcase. Damn, I think the pillowcase is just going to be too short, so maybe we just put it on and tuck it around. But I think if I go over the top and then just sort of bunch it all at the back, because it doesn't have to look good from the back, and I can just tuck everything underneath. One side's more textured than the other, so I want to get the top on the top of the actual chair. That would be at the top of the doona cover. Pull it down. Oh yeah, this is heaps. It's gonna be absolutely fine. And then we just do some tucking, and I'll just tie it up the back with a hair tie or something. Easy peasy. This is, I think, a Super King, because this I'm pretty sure come off of my bed. So Super King doona cover, which fits like perfectly. I mean, there's heaps and heaps of excess, but yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's not going to be a problem covering anything. Maybe I do flush at the front. That way we can sort of fold things nicely. Okay, now I just need to start bunching things to the back and tie it up. So I'm just going to grab, I think, some spare hair ties that I don't need and do it that way. And then I'll show you the back, even though it'll probably look absolutely horrendous, but whatever. okay. I honestly don't think it will stay tied up at the back. Like, I'll show you, it's an absolute mess back here. But it mostly, I think, hang on, can I even see what I'm filming? No. It looks like a sheet chucked over a couch, but anyway, it's somewhat okay from the front and sides. The back is a mess, but we don't need the back to be good. This is literally just bunched up and tucked in, and then there's like bits and pieces tied together. I have a feeling like these will probably come untied at some point, but I'll fix it up again as needed, and then this is only a temporary solution anyway. So let's push it back into position. Okay, the lighting is terrible. I tried to close the blinds so everything wouldn't be as backlit, but yeah, so this is the best of what I can work with at this stage. Let's decorate this. I want to put my big Euro pillow back here. I don't think that's too big. Nah, that's good. And then we've got the blanket. So I had the blanket just underneath the pillow just for decoration. But obviously when I use it, I'll pull it out. This has been washed, but it loses all its fluff every time it moves. Soft and warm, yes, but also going to leave you looking like you got 3,000 pets, yes. Here, I'm just going to drape it over wherever, because honestly, we're just going to try and cover as much of this ugly chair as we can. Does that look cute? No, but do I care? No. This is a great buy. I don't think we need the little cushions. I'm going to put the ottoman back here. Maybe I need to buy some blue cushions to match the ottoman, because then, let's be close. Then it ties them in together, or like a blanket the same colour. If this cover, duvet cover, doesn't work on the couch, like it keeps falling apart, I did pull it over so it's essentially in the duvet cover. So I might, next time, if this doesn't last and it starts coming apart at the back, maybe just fold it over flat so it's not like the chair isn't in the middle of the duvet cover. I thought that might be easier because then it's slipped on and then it can't really go anywhere, but it does make it a hot mess at the back of this chair. So we shall see how this lasts. And then if I need to, I can just take it off and readjust and retie it. And then if it doesn't work out at all, there are definitely products out there that could fit this couch that are designed to do what I've done with this blanket. So yeah, I think I'm going to tidy up the rest of this space and then move on to the next thing. Just trying it out. Is that too many? I won't want it on there when I'm reading, but do we like it for looks? Why not? And then I can put the other one in the spare room. So let's do that. Okay, this is a bit backlit too. But anyway, maybe I'll swap the pink so I can tie the pinks in with the bed. So I have this one, which I think is a better scale, or this one. Actually, I like that better. So here, with that chair and the lamp from before that was here originally anyway. And then we've got grey and pink on the bed. Doesn't really go, but you know what? Whatever, good enough. So we're going to finish off the gallery wall for the rest of today, and then that's it for today, because one, my camera battery needs to recharge, and two, I don't know, it's 3:30, but I feel like it's about 7:30 at night and I'm tired, so I kind of just want to sit on the couch for the rest of the day. And then tomorrow, hopefully maybe we can move some of the picture frames that I want to move, and then see if I need to patch up some of the walls, which I need to patch up in here for sure, but I'm not sure about the other bedrooms. But we'll do all that tomorrow, or at least get most of it done tomorrow. If I can move the picture frames early enough, I should be able to drywall or like compound in the holes and then give it a sand and then paint in one day. It should have enough time between like drying times, because it should only need like a quick coat over the top of the tiny holes. It won't need like a whole paint. But yeah, so we'll do that tomorrow. I've sort of got everything ready, and then while my camera was charging for a little bit, I did tidy up everything else. But I've got 6 frames to put up, and I honestly don't think I have enough frames, but I'm going to try and spread it out so it fills up as much as I can. These bits here where it's sort of like a gap, and then where I've got 2 picture frames here, when it's at standing height, you won't see those because they're behind the like all the stuff. So I don't necessarily need to fill those up first, but I still want to put something here and here. One in this corner, I don't know if you can see. I'm probably going to stand right in the way, but like one here, and then fill up the gaps up the top. So the top's my priority. I'm hoping I can do it with 3 frames, because then I've got 3 frames to fill in the rest. But hopefully it looks okay. It might be a little bit spread out, or there might be a bit bigger chunks of space, but whatever. Honestly, if it means I don't have to buy and paint any more frames, even though I'm the one that chose to do all this, that's even better. So I'm going to stick these up now, and then yeah, tomorrow we'll do the picture frames and any wall patching that I need to do. And then that might be it for the video, because I was going to do some garden stuff, but I have to buy all the stuff I need for that, and some of it I don't buy locally, I have to buy online. So TBD if I'll wait to edit the video, we'll see. But let's do this first. The weather is absolute trash, but we're going to patch up the walls. So I've got one patch here and then I'll sand it down, and then there's one over this side. My drywall compound stuff, whatever I've got, multi-purpose filler, is almost dried out, honestly. So I'm just going to use my glove and mush it into the wall and hope that it's like not too dried out, that it'll actually do its job. But it should be fine. Even the paint should be enough to sort of cover these holes, but it doesn't hurt. I think that's going to be more than enough just to fill in these little spaces. And then I'll sand them down and we'll paint them after, but we'll go into the other bedrooms and see if I need to patch the walls in there and move the frames around first. And then I'll come back in about an hour or so and sand it all down, and then we'll touch up the paint tonight. And then in the meantime, there is one more thing that I want to do. This video is getting a little bit long, but there is one thing that I have been putting off that I need to continue today. So that is cleaning up some of the books that I've been thrifting and bringing in. So normally I just grab them and put them on the shelf once I've done like hauls for them. But I'm going to go through, start peeling off all the stickers. I was keeping all the price tags on there. I don't know why, just as like a little trophy sort of thing for myself. But I think I can take all those off, and some of them already had price tags from other places. So I'm going to take all those off, wipe them down, and just make sure they're not funky, at least on the outside. On the inside, it's going to be, you know, I'll have to wait and see until I read them. But yeah, that is going to be the last thing I do today, because I'm not doing any gardening with the weather as trashy it is. I don't know if you can hear the rain in the background, but it has been raining non-stop since I got up this morning. Yeah, so that I'm not doing any outside stuff today, and I can't remember. There are some other things that I want to do, but we can do another video because there's always odd jobs to do, but this is the ones that have been waiting the longest to get done, especially moving the picture frames. I've had 2 bedside tables in each of those rooms for quite a while now, so we need to even them up a little bit, because even though I'm barely in those rooms, it just annoys me that they're not set up properly. And then, yeah, we can do like a whole outdoor sort of preparing for summer type thing, because obviously in the Southern Hemisphere, not that you'd know it, but we're getting close to summer. But yeah, we're getting all the spring rain, which is really nice and obviously well needed. So yeah, let's finish those up, because yeah, I've rambled a lot and we need to get a move on, or I want to get a move on so I can relax. So pretty much you can sort of see I've got you roughly in the middle of the room, but you can sort of see how things were like just a little bit off to the side. I did try to center these a little bit without having to actually redo the hooks in the wall, but we need to fix it up. So I'm going to be standing all over the pillows. That's annoying. I'll just pull these forward. And let's hope there's no creepy crawlies behind there. These ones I needed the pin hooks for because they're quite heavy. Yeah, I might need a hammer. Let me come back. Hang on. guys, so I have started this already. I got up to all the G's. So I've got a pile of the H's next to me. H is like one of the biggest alphabet that I have. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm taking off, sorry, it's going to be backlit really bad. Taking off the, can I move you around? Is that going to be better? Okay, a little bit better. So essentially what I'm doing is taking off all of the stickers. So for this book, I got it for $2. And then I'm just wiping down the outside with wipes. And these are quite wet when you first start. So I've also just got a towel down here just to sort of take the excess moisture off because I don't want to ruin the book. But yeah. Most of this I probably should have done as I was buying everything, but I just didn't really want to. So now we're stuck doing it. Sorry, the camera angles are going to be interesting for this. You've just got to be careful too because it is wet. Sometimes the stickers don't stay or come off nice and clean. So then I use the wipe to get some of the excess sticky things off, but you just got to be careful you don't take the actual cover off at the same time, because this is not like, it's not satisfying. Nothing comes off nice. And then I also don't want to like damage the book with my nails either, because sometimes you can sort of dig into the cover. But I'm just going to time lapse this for you guys because I don't think I'm going to show you doing the whole thing. I honestly don't even think I'll get through the whole. I might just finish off. This is like my J section here, and then this is all the K's. That's probably all I'm going to do today because honestly it's so boring doing this and I just hate it. So I'll just do little bits at a time. So once that's off, I just give the outside a quick wipe down and then a quick towel off. I don't even know what angle you can see, but just to make sure that it's not like wet. And then we pop it on a different pile and go through the rest. So I've got no room. I try to like keep everything alphabetical too, so that I don't then have to go back and reorganize everything. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to focus, but like these stickers are on there. Like they don't rip off nicely ever. I thought they might, but some will, but for the most part, it's so annoying. And then I've got to do this for like 400 books. So yeah. As I bring more books in, I will definitely be cleaning as I go when it comes to getting stickers and everything off because, yeah, none of these want to come off nicely. But anyway, I'll stop talking so I can just speed through this. And then I will catch back in with you when we're doing some sanding and some painting. So I've just put on the last little bit of paint on the walls that I'm going to. So I don't know if you'll be able to see. It's not the best patch job, but So if you can't see, that's good. And there was a little bit over here, but overall you can't really tell any more than just like normal wall sort of stuff. And then that was what I moved over so it wasn't as close to the gallery wall. And then I also, if we go back into the library, the chair's still there. I did try and patch up the ceiling a little bit with some paint. So as you can see, that mark in the middle is where I used the wrong color paint. So I put a couple of layers over the top. It doesn't really look like it's done much. So I'm gonna let that dry, and then we'll put some extra layers on and see if I can get that a little bit more white. Otherwise, we're kind of done. When it comes to like the cleaning, I did all of the H and J because there's not that many J, but I couldn't be bothered doing any more. So I still need to do K through to Z and then all the TBR. So this entire side needs to be done. And then just this bottom row on this side needs to be done. These ones aren't too bad in the middle, the smaller ones, because they're not secondhand ones. It's just like chunks. And I just couldn't be bothered. So I may finish this side up at least tonight just off camera, but I don't think I'll even start over this side. I just can't be bothered because there's so many. So that will be done in like chunks, I think, for the next probably month, because I think it took me like a couple or at least an hour to do just those. So yeah, I am not finishing those today. So once that's done, like all the paint's dry, I will put all the pictures back up, fix up all the beds and show the afters. And then that's going to be it for this video. So I will check back in soon. Guys, that's it for this week's video. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end if you did, and I will see you in the next one. I will have to at some point do a get it all done vlog for the outside of the house, as it sounds like there's kind of like a tornado tearing through outside with the wind. Hopefully you can't hear it, but yeah, I'm paranoid I might have to replace some roof tiles. So hopefully that is not the case, and the only thing I have to do is weed my garden. Anyway, I will catch you in the next video. Hope you have a good day wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye.